I'd like to introduce Councillor Johnny Flynn, who's chair of Ennis Municipal Party Committee, and also obviously has been awarded with the purple flag too.
We're delighted to be here today. I'll be going through this presentation. First couple of slides will be explaining a little bit about Ennis, and it will show, I hope, that the purple flag as a brand is appropriate to all sides of town centres and city centres. We believe this is an enormous achievement by both Dublin City Centre and ourselves as the 10th most populated town or city in the country. We're the largest town in Munster, and we're very proud of having worked with Dublin and having worked with the Association of Town Centre Management in the UK, who are an exemplary body in dealing with historic centres such as Ennis, which is a 12th century town, and Richard has highlighted the issues that face us all in the 21st century. The Association of Town Centre Management and the expertise that Paul Davis and Martin and now Alex have brought to the table have been of huge assistance to us as a community in Ennis in making sure that our town is relevant today and into the future. My colleagues are here with me I represent a working group of about 25 people, and there's 30,000 population, and we're very proud of our town and we're very proud of its identity. The identity and what we're trying to achieve is an intergenerational use of the town centre for various types of lifestyles. And our aim in working under the Purple Flag Pathfinder programme was to achieve excellence through engagement. We found that engagement was a crucial element in it. So through programme of going out and actually asking what the residents and people who work and visit Ennis want. In the future we did this with the University of Limerick, and it's called Ennis 2020, and there's a very good little cartoon strip on it which shows how an Irish chieftain called Aharu comes to Ennis in 2020 to find out how the town has defeated the wicked witch called Rashun. So one of the things that came through from our vision exercise as a community was that people believed that Ennis was Ireland's friendliest town. The Purple Flag was a fantastic opportunity for us to demonstrate that we are. And by the way, you're all very welcome, and it's only 2.5 hours down. So, with the business community is crucial to what we have identified here today, because without sustainable jobs, you don't have potential to live and to experience a city such as Dublin or a town such as Ennis. So through the business community and working with the Chamber of Commerce, we did a customer initiative called Create the Magic. We worked with Charleston in the US, which has been 15 of the last 30 years voted the friendliest city in America. So we worked very closely with them. With our links through the Big Golf Club, we worked with their Chamber of Commerce, and who was our CEO of the Chamber, visited Charleston last year, and we have worked in our customer service along the lines of Charleston in the States. We have, I suppose, as a town, as has been over the last decade, Ireland's large urban centre, the tidiest of those in the country, and we were fortunate that Forge Ireland recognised us as one of the top 10 tourist destinations in the country. We didn't win it this year in 2012, but we're hoping to do so in this coming year, particularly the year of the gathering. When you arriving in Ennis, we have fantastic links, obviously, as I was saying, through the motorway, nationally, and through Shannon Airport. We have direct links with many cities in the UK, and I'm delighted to see Forge Ireland working on the UK market, because we would like to benefit from the research that's been done by Forge Ireland. Shannon Development, who have been our tourist body in the region, have been hugely supportive, and Siobhan King was one of our working groups here today. They've been very, very good, and with Forge Ireland we hope to work in having a product offer which is cross-generational to the UK market. We have done a lot around obviously we've developed a new coach park because we saw a huge amount of people travelling from Dublin to the Cliffs of Moher by coach, and often turning around and going back to Dublin. So we developed a coach park so that you can stop off in Ennis on the way to or from the Cliffs of Moher, because it's an amazing resource, and Ennis we want to create as a complementary destination for accommodation and tourism product to the city of Dublin. One purple city to a purple town is what we're hoping to work on. I suppose the basis of the town is very, very historic. It's a 12th century town. When I was looking at the maps last night of our purple flag area, and I was looking at the historic atlas for the town, it nearly matches what the town was in 1600. So it's the historic core, and it is evolving. It is open to, obviously, in 1995, long time ago, we were as information age town. We see ourselves as developing as a future age town, very sustainable, beautiful place to visit and live in, and we have probably more public art per square metre than any town in the country. We have a very successful wild candy project, which is, you can access this if you Google it, a huge amount of public sculpture. And I suppose Cllr is the home of traditional Irish music, and Ennis being its capital, we're very fortunate that half of the pubs in town have music every night of the week. We've very kind of developing restaurant business, and through the purple flag we've had an extraordinary buy-in by people who are working together, and we have been very fortunate in the process of, we started in December 2009, not long after the Association of Town Centre Management initiated it, and we've been very fortunate in that people are beginning to work very, very closely together and develop offers and develop the early evening. We see the early evening for a town such as Ennis as being crucial. And I suppose this is probably the key slide from the point of view of other towns who may wish to follow on this path. And the success really for us as a town was coordinated engagement by all stakeholders. I know these are easy words and they're buzzwords to be used by everybody, but we used a tourism vehicle and Promote Ennis to gather people around in a neutral vehicle rather than whether it was the local authority or the business community or whatever. And I suppose active engagement was the first thing. We looked at trying to get people together and forming together on it, and to take ownership of the Purple Flag Pathfinder, which was a brilliant feasibility program that the association, the ATCM, developed. And through the application, which wasn't an easy process, which worked hard on it, and the accreditation, Ennis Gardaí were unbelievably supportive throughout the application and beyond. Some fantastic personnel in the Gardaí that led and directed us at certain times through it. There was a great level of expertise there. Unfortunately, the last one of them took over, he had a master's in the nighttime economy and was aware of UK developments in the nighttime economy. So there's great resources there. People really put their shoulders behind the wheel. Getting strong buy-in really was crucial. There was a visit to Liverpool by some other members of the town council and the executive to try and see the benefits of it. An engineer by profession, so I would have researched it and would have found it, but people need to at times go and visit it and touch it and feel it. The businesses really worked together and came together in the working group, but we communicated with the businesses that traditionally didn't see themselves in the nighttime economy through various flyers, but we had a very successful business briefing ahead of the assessment. Probably the key thing was the professionalism and the personality of our CEO of Ennis James, who's here with us. We needed somebody who could handle and manage the relationships, because as a politician I have an ego, and most business people have egos, and everybody has an ego, so we were very fortunate that we had somebody who would deal with the internal relationships within our community and really manage that and coordinate it. We were very fortunate. We needed somebody to be able to bring in expertise in areas that we didn't have. And basically, the relationships had to be handled, but the results were crucial. And that's where Karen Cronin came in and liaised with the needs of the Purple Flag, brought in expertise, and certainly cracked the whip when it needed to be cracked. And those were the two key people in achieving Purple Flag for the town of Ennis. That's our working group. It's very mixed. We go from the town manager, Joe Dollar, down along through to individual bar owners, and we were very fortunate to get 2 of the 3 workshops that were run through this process held at Ennis. I think Paul Davis, who was the original designer of this process, spent 10 years in developing it for the British City Trust before the Association of Town Centre Management took it on. Was very pleased with the level of engagement by both Cllr and Ennis. That's just a photograph of one of the meetings there, and you can see the 2 ladies above the top there. They ran the show, and Paul was obviously hugely instrumental in bringing the level of expertise. Promote Ennis is a local tourism initiative from the Chamber, the Ennis Town Council and Shannon Development, who are a fantastic organisation. And I wish them well, and they're going to be under French Ireland because they have been very, very good to the region and to the town. We, as you're probably aware, we had to look at rebranding the town, and we looked at it from the point of view of its history, which is the Abbey. One of the most important seats of learning in Ireland in the 17th century. There would have been students from all over Europe as well as Ireland attending the diocesan, the Abbey there. I think there was about 1,400 students at the time, so at this time it would have been a very important seat of learning, and we're working very closely associated with the history. Our recent achievements there obviously is the Ennis app, which you can see the colouring and the design around it. We wanted to go very, as I was saying, cross-generational, quite fresh with it, and using the music. The website, visitennis.com, I'd encourage you to have a look at it. The purple flag features on it, and our community vision exercise. We decided in 2011 that we would do a number of YouTube because we wanted to show that we had a traditional basis of giving back to our customers. So we had a very successful Ennis Town Shared the Feeling, where all the townspeople came out and solved Santi's needs to get presents because the elders were sick. And between that and what we did just this past Christmas, we have had double the population of the town. It's over 50,000 over those 2 years. Very successful with the branding and the new town brochure. And as I say, Purple Flag assisted us in a huge way in becoming one of the top 10 tourist towns in Ireland as adjudicated by French Ireland. Luckily enough, there was another one in Cllr, and so we had 2 out of the 10 in Cllr, so we're quite proud of it. So I suppose benefits for the future and our opportunities and the success of the Dublin BID and the Dundalk BID, and we've had great guidance from both organisations. We're looking at a town team supported by a BID as a possibility in the future. We just have to work through the issues that are around those kind of changes. And we're looking at a busking code and outdoor entertainment, creative quarter and a market area, and dining, trade and accommodation and excellence. But the benefits for society, I suppose, is this idea of modern lifestyle being catered for in a very historic town. Huge increase in private place, we hope, for the town and its residents, and the development of indoor and outdoor venues in Ennis. And the economic benefits there would range from the evening and nighttime marketing. We've seen the success of Dublin City Centre, the Galway, Kilkenny. We've seen where towns and cities that have vibrant evening and nighttime, that you can increase your jobs and your local turnover in your area. But we believe in social capital first and economic capital follow on after it. We're looking at evening trade, encouraging the offer, and marketing obviously to Dublin. We want a lot of Dublin people and Ulster people to get down the motorway, because we come up the train up the motorway very frequently to support Dublin. So we'd like a lot of the 1.5 million of this side of the country come and experience Ennis, because it's a great town. And luckily enough, we have within 40 minutes of the town, we have every experience you would require from an outdoor pursuit point of view. It's like an island actually, because we're surrounded by the Atlantic, the Shannon Estuary and the Shannon River. So that's it, and thank you very much for your time, and best luck for other towns and centres that are